As you saw, you could get much more and higher quality of services spending much less. It will drive your property values up naturally, but your condo board needs to have a right skills, right vision, and right intention. If we do nothing, our condo fee will go up, and market value will go down. But we cannot decrease our condo fees without significant corrections in our corporate governance processes, such as planning, decision making, control, and procurement processes that are not in accordance to the government regulations. And procurement decisions are made in the conditions of potential conflict of interest. And Condo board bullied a member and denied access to last year bidding documents for the request to check the market prices. As a result, condo owners' interests are not properly protected. Here are a few examples that corroborate my statement. And four requirements of this policy are not followed by our condominium. Tender was not open, not transparent, and not accessible for all qualified service providers. Relationships that create a perpetual reliance on a particular vendor for and the vendors list is not reviewed on a regular basis, and the independent contractors are not considered. Procurement processes started without justifying the needs for procurements, without considering alternatives, without board choices. Here is one of the examples. Some people live above of the garage, and the noise of the garage trench grate bothers them. Condo manager called the service providers that usually evaluate the scope. It's the only one, the same service provider that evaluates the scope of the work. All procurement processes started in April, but the condo board found out about it on June 19th. The board directors received the results of the tender on June 19th. When I asked property manager if the board already decide to do the project, he told, oh, the board will decide today. But the decision is made that the condominium needs to do the project is already made. The scope is evaluated by the company by choice of the management company. The companies that invited for the tender have been selected by management company or the contractor that organized the tender, not directors. And directors found out about everything on June 19th. And so director, finally, what could director decide? They should make a choice of 4 contractors. Let's imagine the situation. You came to a big mall. You need to buy a dress or a shirt, very expensive shirt. And salesperson came to the door and brought you 3 dresses or 3 shirts and told, those designers are the best, and it's just the best 3 dresses and or 3 shorts. Are you feeling like going to pay for this and go home? Anyway, you prefer to check the other shops to make sure you got the best value for the best price. But what's going on in condominiums? A similar situation happens in every condominium. all the time. And condo board just accept three choices and makes such decision that is restricted by property management company choices and doesn't question it. Why those three companies? Is it a high quality of decision? Based on the tender I was talking about, we received 4 quotes. And there are 3 websites with relevant statistics. It seemed to me logical to spend over $100,000 for a small garage trench if the other people in Ontario spend between $5,000 to $20,000 for the cement base of a whole house. I just wanted to check. I am financial professional. I understanding when I'm writing a check, when I make a decision, I want to make sure that we considered all alternatives that could allows us to give condo owners reasonable warranty that we deliver the best value for the best price. We found the best offer of the market. Yes, I'm ready to spend my time, but every time that I wanted just to take a look outside of the box that has been offered by the management company, I have been abused, accused, bullied, and harassed. Normally, condo board makes all the decision, but actually, condo board just accepts the responsibility for the decisions are already made. In such situation, all the decisions of a condo corporations are made in the conditions of potential conflict of interest. In such situation, all the decisions are made in conditions of potential conflict of interest. It's not according to condo management regulations of Ontario. But every time that I wanted just to take a look outside of the box that has been offered by the management company, I've been abused, accused, bullied, and harassed. The same situation with emergency services in our condominium. When accident happen, our condo manager calls to just one service provider, and the same for a long period of time. It's good to have reliable service provider, especially when it's accidents, but it's good to organize competitive base, to encourage the same service provider to do the job with high quality and with the best price. But if that service providers doesn't see anyone, the condo owners might get not the best prices, not the best quality, and it's not checkable because property manager calls to service provider, the provider came, does a job, send a bill, and I analyzed those bills, and I was shocked. Approximately 50% of the invoice is just equipment rental, and it's air movers and dehumidifiers, and it's huge amount. Do you know how many floods does our condo have? You couldn't believe, and I didn't know. I wanted to know. We've spent about $144,000 for restorations after floods in April. In March, I checked just 2 invoices and I was shocked. I was really shocked. The equipment rental was about $39,000 and labor was about $41,000. It's insane. Just 2 bills. We have so many floods all the time, and I see it's just regular floods. I see it's from $3,000 to $50,000 for each flat. It's the same company, and if we have so many flats, we have to do something with these flats. And first of all, we could buy this equipment. The rate of return of that equipment is about 15% for 5 days. I think it makes sense to buy this equipment, but when I offered it to the board, they told, oh, where are we going to store this equipment? Okay, anywhere. We could rent somebody's locker, and oh, who will be bringing this equipment to the units? Okay, let's pay $100 to our cleaner or superintendent just to bring this equipment and take it back. It doesn't make sense. And moreover, when I sign a check, I have to make sure the job is done properly and with a good price, and the condo owners are happy. But okay, I cannot check if the job done. I was a financial manager all my life, and I cannot sign a check just not knowing if people work these hours or not work, and if condo owners happy with the job done or not. And to a couple of owners, and they told, I see 200 hours, for example. They told, oh no, they just came, put ventilators, dehumidifiers, and gone, and came back to pick up the equipment. Okay, and I wanted to make sure the condo owners are happy. But when I asked property manager, can I get a list of condo owners that influenced by flood, he told, no, it's private information, you cannot get it. For emergency situation, the contractor is the same. The board doesn't revise contractor. Even, I suppose, even the board will revise, it will be just property management company's contractor. We have to revise our contractors, and contractors must know that there are another contractor that could come and do the job. We could organize measures to prevent the flood or to buy the equipment, air movers, dehumidifiers, just put it in the locker, or management or the board could rent a locker, and even to pay somebody to bring this equipment in the case of the flood. We will save a lot of money. And moreover, I made a search, I found the new technology that helps to prevent the leaks. It's some kind of sensors in the pipe that send a signals when something changed in the pipes, and even it's shut down the water. But I didn't get any feedback from the property manager, from the board directors. It was just, I don't know, I spent my time for nothing. Nobody is interested. And when I asked condo board, let's organize a technical committee. We have some owners with engineering degree and experience that could help to our community in decision making related to technical questions. But I've met a very aggressive response, and from the board members, they told it's prohibited in Ontario for engineers to work for free. It's not working. When engineer ask the contractor what to do, and he knows what should be done, it's not a job. Engineers just tell contractors what to do. Engineers could help condo board to control what it's actually done, because board doesn't control what's actually. done. Never. So board doesn't have a list of the project, what should be done. The board doesn't put priorities. The board doesn't discuss with the condo owners which project would be preferable for them, what they need. I think the condo board must get the feedback from owners. But I ask condo board, let's ask condo owners what they think about this project. I've got to respond, no, we shouldn't discuss it with the owners. People are exhausted paying so higher interest to the bank. People are slaves of the banks, and we have a lot of opportunities to spend our money wisely. Anytime when I told to the board, I've got very aggressive reaction. And so if the board doesn't need it, okay, what should I do? I don't want to fight. I wanted to help the board. I wanted to bring my knowledge, my skills. I work as a chief financial officer and chief executive officer of industrial company. It's 14 companies of power generation industry. And I worked for nuclear company, oil processing company, oil mining, aviation. And I thought my skills are needed here. But the board doesn't need it. The board doesn't need it. So if you need it, just make informed decision. The board should be changed. Everybody should be removed. It should be a new board. Whole board must be replaced, should be replaced. And people that are free from this wrong way of decision making should come to the board. People with financial management skills, people with lawyer, engineer, financial manager, and two other people probably with good social skills that could organize owners that reside in the building, that to have a good community. Hope I gave you a good information that is useful. Thank you for your time.